This video is going to go over finding angles in polygons when they are not regular ones. So with regular ones, I've always said to find the exterior angle first and then just take that away from 180 to get the interior ones. Now sometimes in an exam you may get a polygon that's not regular. Most of the time they do seem to be regular, but sometimes they could obviously throw one in that is not regular. So that would mean that the sides are all different lengths, and therefore the angles are going to be different as well. So therefore the trick of using the fact that exterior ones add up to 360, you can't just then divide by the number of sides because all of the angles are going to be different. So with these kind of questions, they will look a bit more, say perhaps like this one here, where they give you lots of the angles and then you just have to work out a missing one, and I'll go through in just a second how to work those out. So going back to this shape here, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. So this is a pentagon. And there is a rule that you can work out what the interior angles are going to add up to. Now the trick is to pick a corner on the shape. So let's go for this one. And basically join it up to all the other sides. So from here to here, all the other corners. So from here to here is already joined up. That's pointless drawing that again. But we could go from here to this corner now, so that would go along like that. Missed it, there we go. Now I could go from here to this corner, and this one to the final corner has already been drawn up. Now you can see it makes 3 triangles, doesn't it? And we know that each triangle, the angles add up to 180. So to work out the sum of all the angles, you can just do 3 lots of 180. Which is 540. So there's a couple of different ways to work out what the interior angles are going to add up to. So some people just do it by kind of like a pattern, which will work for the lower numbers. So for example, we know that in a triangle, they add up to 180, and most people know that a quadrilateral, the angles add up to 360. And then they start to get a little bit more stuck. Now it just goes up in 180s every time. So if you now have a 5-sided shape, so a pentagon, you would just add on 180 to 360, which is 540. And then again, the next one up from a pentagon would be a hexagon with 6 sides. So you could add on another 180. And so that would be 720. And so you could just keep on adding 180. Now the only thing is that's not going to particularly help you if they give you, for example, a 50-sided shape, when you're not going to want to do this that many times. So there is another rule that you probably should just have in the back of your mind that you might have to use. And that is that this number here that you're timesing by the 180 is always the number of sides take away 2. So that tells you basically how many triangles you can make, and then you times it by 180. So it's always the number of sides take away 2 times 180. So it might be worth just making a note of that somewhere. So number of sides minus 2 times 180, and that is the total of the interior angles, and that will work for any polygon. Okay, so if we have a look at some questions then. So this one here is just to find the sum of the interior angles of a 20-sided polygon. So I know that it's the number of sides minus 2 times 180. So how many sides has my polygon got in this question? Well, it's got 20, so it'd be 20 minus 2. And then we just times that by 180, so it's just 18 times 180, so 18 times 180 is 3,240. So for that question, that's all we had to do, just working out the sum. But the next one, we're trying to work out a missing angle x. So the first thing is that we can see their interior angles. So they're not going to be adding up to 360. We're going to have to use the formula that we used up here. So the number of sides take away 2 times 180. Okay, and we can see it's obviously not a regular one, so we can't just do that thing of dividing by the number of sides because they're all different. So this is where you would have to use this formula here. So first thing is, how many sides does it have? Well, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, some of you might just know what the angles in a 5-sided shape or pentagon add up to, in which case, obviously, you can skip this bit. But if not, you would think, right, 5 sides, 5 minus 2 is 3, times by 180 is 540. So now we know that all these angles in here must be adding up to 540. So I would need to add up the angles that I've got so far, see what they add up to, and then take that away from 540. So my angles here add up to 474. So I would need to do 540 minus 474. And so I get 66 degrees. Okay, so obviously that's because it's a 5-sided shape. So if you had, for example, like a 7-sided shape, you would have to do 7 minus 2 times 180 to work out what all those angles are going to add up to. So next one, very, very similar. So if you think you've got this, you don't necessarily need to listen to this one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a hexagon. And remember, they've got the x's in both. So I know it's a 6-sided shape, or a hexagon. So I want to know, what do all these angles, what should they be adding up to? So I'm going to do the number of sides minus 2. So 6 minus 2 times by 180. So it's basically 4 lots of 180 degrees. So 4 lots of 180 is 720. So now I'm just going to add up all the angles that I've got. So 84 plus 99 plus 67. You get the idea. Add them all up basically. So 84, 99, 67, 283, 26. So 559. And now I'm going to take that away from what I know the total should be. So 720 minus 559. So 720 minus my answer is 161.